This is day 7 of week 4. You know what time it is. Time to get my badge on. Now y'all can just sit back, relax, enjoy the content, and let's see what today brings. First off, let me just say that this might be confusing to some, so hopefully this will make sense. Practically what I'm doing for this week, instead of working Friday, Saturday, I just did Thursday, Friday. I just shifted my Friday, Saturday to Thursday, Friday. Still working the same times, 1 to 5. I'm so glad I double checked this because next week I will not be here at all because my family vacation starts Thursday and I don't come back until Sunday. It's gonna be a great time. When I get back from my family vacation, the next weekend after that, what I want to ask Ryan or Nina about is if I could just work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, same time, 1 to 5, and then do the same thing for the next week after that. The reason why I'm throwing both Thursdays in there is because if I can make up for the 2 days that I'm not going to be there because of my family vacation and just take those and put them for the 2 Thursdays the following weeks, that way it'll just make up for the time that I'm losing. Whether or not that'll work, I do not know. I hope it does. I might have mentioned it last week or something like that. I only need 1 class to graduate. Yippee! And 1 class would be for 3 credits. So since I'm doing the internship this semester and it counts for 3 credits, I'm just like, what if I could continue the internship either over the winter or over spring semester, and just have the internship as the full 6, but just do 3 and 3, splitting up between the semesters. Honestly, I think it's just an excuse for me to want to stay here at Juxta Hub because I love it here so much. The other thing though is that if I were to continue the internship next semester, that would literally be the only thing that I would focus on. So I wouldn't have any classes that would potentially be barriers to spending more time here, and my availability would be a lot more open. It just gives me more of an opportunity to be able to work with people. Another objective I have is to work on the spreadsheet. I printed the test one today and it came out to be really small. Like, the print is incredibly small. There is no way that they're gonna want to read that. I'm hoping if I can use the printer and do another test run and see if I can orient it to landscape instead of portrait, and that way they'll be able to read it. They have more room to sign up. The other thing I wanted to do too is look through my textbook that I got from Professional Practices. When I took that class, we were required to read chapters in the textbook. The textbook was really helpful. When I'm looking back through this, I really do hope that the notes that I've accumulated through that, in addition to the notes from the textbook, I would be able to use for the one-on-one workshops. There were a handful of artists that mentioned they were struggling with shipping or packaging their larger pieces or just their pieces in general. I remember we very vaguely covered that in the textbook. I think I would want to go more in depth with what it says in the textbook and hopefully use those notes and apply it to what they need help with. On top of that, the textbook does a really good job with explaining how to navigate through social media and enhancing their website. So again, using the tools to help the artists as much as possible. It's okay if I don't get everything done today because that just gives me some room to do things tomorrow. Okay, we're in the building. Let's go. Jill and Pam are here, so that's good. Everyone else is just deserted, but that's okay. All right, so I'm chilling on another couch. This is literally the one that's right across the thingamajig. I gotta say, I've been sitting here for almost like a half hour. It's very lonely without Victoria. So what I'm starting to do is look through my textbook, and I have my blue sticky notes because in my mind, blue means like self notes. Just show you an example. So since I already looked through it and like I have a color coding system, the green are for the terms and definitions. The yellows are like, hey, this is like really important, you should take a look at it. Orange are quotes directly from the textbook or from the other artists that are in here. The blue is obviously like the self notes. The purple is just, this is not mildly important, but hey, keep this in the back of your mind. I don't have the color on these two pages, but the red highlighter, it's like, yo, this is really important, you gotta take a look at this. Yo, this is really important, you gotta take a look at this. I'm just looking through the textbook and figuring out what notes to include for the workshops. Downstairs, they have a really big meeting going on right now, so I'm gonna wait until 3 o'clock and see if Ryan and Nina are still here. So weird, they called me. So we're just gonna head downstairs and let them know that we're here. And for one, figure out the printer situation, but also ask them my questions about, you know, continuing the internship and asking about these next couple weeks. As I'm chilling here on the couch, I'm just sipping on my Coke, the caffeine free. I'm so happy my boyfriend found this for me because I love drinking Coca-Cola, but I couldn't drink it for years because there was caffeine in it. Now there's one without the caffeine, and now I'm like, yes. I'm so happy that this exists. Now they just need a caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. So weird, they called me. So we're just gonna head downstairs and let them know that we're here. Oh goodness. I didn't know who it was, so I sent them straight to voicemail. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Hey, this is gonna give me an opportunity to ask about the internship and whatever else I was gonna say. Oh, the 2 weeks. Yeah. Oh no, we gotta skedaddle. I'm shaking, brother. Do you see it today? Okay, so it turns out everything went okay. She was just checking in with me. There was also another research project that was assigned, so I'm gonna have fun with this one because it's researching like communities for like kids and things like that, and hoping to get more kids engaged in art events and things like that. Are you gonna run? Okay. I also got to tell her about the internship idea and the thingamajig that I was telling you guys about. She has to run it through Ryan, so hopefully he'll approve. Hopefully. It was a good meeting. I was psyched out for nothing. We're all good. Also, it turns out Nina sprained her ankle and I feel so bad for her. If you could, send well wishes in the comments. That would be great. Back on the couch, chilling again. Reading through the chapters. I think that might be because I know where everything is. I'm almost done with this one. After this, I think I'm going to look a bit deeper into that research project that was just assigned. It doesn't have to be quite that formal. It's just the same thing that I did for the first research project with the galleries, short note form, everything like that. We'll continue working. Unfortunately, I can't find the footage for the artist interview, so I'm gonna have to reach out to Victoria about that. These past couple hours, I've been working on editing the videos for you guys in addition to the new research project that I was given. There were also a few people that just passed by me and started talking a bit, got sidetracked, but in the best way possible. I think what I'm gonna do is what I think I'm gonna do is, since it's close to 4:30, I'll just start packing up a few of my things. And as for the spreadsheet, I think I'm gonna go downstairs and check with Nina about that. In the process of that, I'll probably ask her if there was any status update with talking to Ryan and seeing what he said. One more thing before I forget to leave. While I was doing my rounds again, I might put something on the whiteboard. One-on-one workshops coming soon. So that'll at least give something for artists to look at. I would film me coming out of the elevator, but since we're open to the public, I don't really want to have the risk of the public being in the video. So for confidential reasons, just trust me when I walk out. Yeah, I really miss Victoria. I think right about now, or before we'd walk out, she'd say, "Another day, another sleigh." Another day, another sleigh. No one says it like her. All right, it's another day in. It was miserable today because Victoria was not here. So we got the spreadsheet printed out. I just have to maybe add a few details to it, but aside from that, I think it's ready to be posted tomorrow, so that way the artists know, hey, this stuff is coming up. I might add some detail work and then run it by Victoria, so then that way she can like get the final okay, all good, yada yada yada. Yeah, today was just a laid back day. I can't wait to see what other shenanigans the artists are gonna bring tomorrow. I love those people so much. 2 artists came up to me and they were like doing the same thing. They're both in the same studio space and stuff. They were like, so we originally had the studio, but we're trying to clean it up and we need help with it. Essentially, it's just putting white paint on the spots on the walls, so then that way it makes it look clean again. On top of that, I got to ask Kett Collins. She does a podcast with Nina. As that podcast idea is still floating around in my head, I'm still trying to generate ideas for it. And I mentioned it to her and she said, well, I mean, we do have the equipment for it, like we can make it possible. I'm like, eek! So tomorrow, I guess it's gonna be quite ambitious and I should really dress for the occasion. I believe those are all my closing remarks for the day. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more content like this, don't hesitate to leave a like on the video and subscribe, because your support matters. Keep making art, stay alive, and we'll see you next time.